Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. You may watch it on a replay though, but it's Monday now, start of a new week in New York City. Definitely fall. Definitely fall outside. I'm going to say hi to a few lovely members, viewers who are able to watch it live. Let me know how you could hear me. That's always a good idea. How can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Oh, I see Anika. Hi there. Greetings from Iceland. Hello. I see Karen. Hi, Karen. Hi, Anika. And I see Ooh, I don't recall the name, but I do recognize a profile picture. If I think hard enough, I will know, or you can just tell me. Hi there, guys. Um, awesome session today, all about being discovered, indexed by ChatGPT. It's going to be like a summary of the challenge that we did in YouTube Income Vault. And also, I will just add a few things to just put a bow on this challenge, okay? Oh, hey, Kim. That's right. Hi, Kim. So this will be just like a summary. Then I will also answer a few questions, and I have two channel or about pages like case studies for today that you actually may benefit from as well, because I will be looking into these studies to make sure that more than just one person can benefit, because there are problems and questions that show up that maybe other people do have as well. But for those of you who are watching live, definitely ask questions here. I will be alternating between the summary of the challenge, putting the bow on it, questions from the community, from YouTube Income Vault, and um, I will be grabbing your questions from live. So awesome, awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. It's you never know with technology. That's so important to let me know. So hi Dave. So we have some new members, some existing member, but you know what? I'm just thinking like everybody's pretty much new. I'm seeing these posts. I am new to the community, and I'm like, yes, the community is 3 weeks old. We're all kind of new, right? But we're having a blast. We're definitely having a blast. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some, lovely members who are implementing the challenge that we've been having, how to get discovered and how to get indexed by ChatGPT. This is what we're going to be talking about. We've been doing 5 days of these daily actions, and there are people who are like, yes, it's done. My long tail keywords are done. My about page is ready. I'm ready to film. So after day 5, it's like I'm asking everybody to say optimized and ready to film. And people are like, yeah, optimized and ready to film. So good for you for doing the work. I'm trying to make these steps very tiny because I know we're all really busy. So you're not going to see like an hour or 2 hour tutorial and then the whole list of steps. No, every day of the challenge has very tiny steps that can move the needle. Okay. But if you are here live, you can follow this live. It will be a little bit, maybe harder, but you could do it. You would just have to take notes and follow the notes, but you can you can do it. So first, let me just, okay, Annika is on day 3. That's another thing. The challenge is evergreen, so you can access it, you could start it anytime because these things, are very current right now. So, Karen, I got 30 new subscribers since I optimized this week. I'm sorry, what? I got 30 new subscribers since I optimized this weekend. Thanks for the challenge, Anna. It worked. It worked to get me seen. This is incredible. What a win. Can you imagine getting 30 new subscribers? I mean, with YouTube, it's hard to really say, oh, this was exactly because I optimized, because, um, but Karen noticed a difference between her usual subscriber growth and now. I mean, you can't lose when you optimize your channel. You could only, win. So when first, let's just start from the beginning, because I actually got this question from a lovely member, like, Anna, why? Why do we do that? Why? I have it here. Why should we think about getting indexed by ChatGPT? For what? Why should we think about optimizing our channels? What is optimizing our channels? Okay, so let's just like really break it down. The reason why I really encourage you and suggest you to do that is because I want your channel to be found by strangers. Okay, I know that a lot of you are probably, sharing your videos, sharing your channel with your audience, with your social media subscribers, but what you really want is you want your channel to be discovered by strangers. Just like Karen, she does Akashic Records reading. I mean, this is fabulous for um, optimization, because people are literally looking for it. And so now her channel is being visible. Her as a coach is being recommended. So this is what's happening right now. People use Google less and less to find the solutions to their problems, to find coaches, to hire people, to invest with people. What we do is, just like, we go to a new town or we go to a new country and we're like, okay, what are the best 5 things to do there? We often are going to ask right now, ChatGPT, right? Plan my itinerary, plan day-to-day thing. Tell me what to do every day there, okay? It is going to be the same, and it is now the same with coaches, with subjects, with topics. And if somebody searches for Akashic Records, specialist, or to deepen their knowledge, Karen will be showing up as a result. Karen will be on ChatGPT. If somebody, is looking for monetizing their YouTube channel different ways beyond, beyond AdSense, I want to show up as a result of their searches. Okay, so I will be indexed in ChatGPT, or Karen will be indexed in ChatGPT with a link to her channel, with a link to her website. So the more we send ChatGPT these signals, same signals, the more chances we have to be indexed. The more chances we have to be brought up as a result of people's searches. Now, tell me in comments, like, have you used ChatGPT to research things such as trips, um, or even maybe a coach or a program, maybe a product that you wanted to, a certification? Let me know in comments, what did you find on ChatGPT? What were you looking on ChatGPT? I can tell you, with me, I am going to Mystic, Connecticut this week. Just like a few-day trip, like a workation. This is work gonna be as usual, but I'll take a day off here and there. And I wanted to find out places that are like right on the water, with happy hour, oysters. That's my favorite thing. ChatGPT. That's it. I mean, literally gave me itinerary of what to do if I have just 4 hours or 5 hours, right? Step by step, what to do after my oyster place, what to do, So this is how I use ChatGPT. How about you guys? All right. Yes, right. That was Karen and her 30 subscribers. 30 subscribers, that's a lot of people. Can you imagine? These are the people who Karen will be warming up and adding maybe to her community, signing up as clients, you know. So Anika says, love asking AI for telling me what to do when I travel. Exactly. So if I had, a restaurant in like Mystic or whatever, um, I would definitely make sure I'm being indexed on ChatGPT because I would want to show up as a result of like Anika's search. I want to be there. And YouTube is fabulous for this. All right. Absolutely. Hi, Rhonda. Good to see you. Yeah. Yes to plans day trip in Italy to certain towns. So again, Anika is planning a day trip in Italy in certain town. And then what is going to show up as a result of their search? Places that are optimized on YouTube with websites with long tail keywords. So I am going to let you guys know step by step of what to do to make sure your channel is visible on ChatGPT and is indexed and is showing up as search results. This is exactly what we're going to be covering in this live, okay? Yeah, you've used all sorts of things, exactly. So Karen never used ChatGPT for anything but ideation. That's okay. This is slowly evolving. I am, guys, getting you ready for, like, I'm future pacing here. Just because I myself got a client directly through ChatGPT when I was still offering, my private sessions, and I asked, "How did you find out about me?" ChatGPT. I'm like, "What?" And so then I really started being intrigued and started to dig deeper. And now I was like, I need to tell you about it, guys. I can't wait. Thank you so much. Yay. Um, okay, Annie. Hi, Annie. She uses for brainstorming. Okay. So some of you don't use ChatGPT for results for like a Google to Google things using ChatGPT to Google things. But rest assured that a lot of people do, right? Especially if somebody, let's say, talks about ChatGPT just kind of like for advice, career path, career transition, a career pivot. And then they're like, are there any career coaches? Maybe they're gonna say in tri-state area. Sometimes people are like really fixated on like getting coaches by where they live, which is really weird because everything is very much uh, online. But they can look for career coach pivot New York City, right? So if I put, I'm not a career coach, but if you put like New York City career coach in your YouTube description, for example, you have a high likelihood of showing up as a result of that search, right? So I did an article about 7 ways to ChatGPT to enhance your meditation practice. I've used for product reviews how to do things, hotels in Branson with certain specs for meeting rooms. Exactly. So this is wonderful, Rhonda. So your article actually will be helping those hotels to be indexed by ChatGPT because you are mentioning them. So I'm also going to cover what are the best ways to what are the best platforms for that indexing. But let me just quickly go for Dave says, I have used Google much less since I became comfortable with ChatGPT. I think that's going to be a trend. Exactly, Dave. Yeah, I am using Google way less right now. Like, yeah, everything is basically, like ChatGPT because it's so much better. It's like literally planning to you step by step, right? Hi, Chandra. Really good to see you. So yes, what are the spots that we could use to help ChatGPT find us or to make ChatGPT find us? Okay, of course, let's start with YouTube. Fantastic way using editing your about page, your channel description, and um, adding long tail keywords. And I'll go over what long tail keywords are, right? So YouTube is fantastic because it's a search engine as well. Now, could we do it on Facebook? It may not even help you much, to be honest. Facebook is not really something that ChatGPT crawls as much, from what I've heard. But what matters a lot, so YouTube does. Another thing that matters a lot is your about page on your website. And I know, you know, having a website is like opening a can of worms, unless for me it is too. Like I myself need to edit my about page. But if you've already went ahead and followed the challenge and actually used the long tail keywords to optimize your channel, I would advise to also optimize your about page on your website description if you have it, because that is also crawled by ChatGPT. But if you don't have it, focusing on YouTube, fantastic. So what else? LinkedIn. LinkedIn bio is crawled by ChatGPT way more than like Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. Okay, but the two main ones, I wouldn't even worry about anything else, but YouTube and your about page on a website. Okay, blogging for Rhonda, fantastic. Rhonda, I hope you have the good about page there, because if you blog, that's all indexed by ChatGPT. Blogs are all indexed by ChatGPT. It's fantastic. It's evergreen. So um I just got a subscriber to my channel, but I have not put up any video. But I know her, but she's in my Facebook group, Girlfriends in Business. Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing, if your channel is optimized, and congratulations, by the way, if your channel is optimized, if your audience knows what it's going to be about, you may get a subscriber right away, because they will look and they're like, okay, this channel is about this. Annika doesn't have any videos yet, but let me be ready when she posts. So there are a lot of benefits in optimizing your channel. So we already covered website. YouTube is best for indexing your expertise yourself on ChatGPT, right? Now, how do we do it? Okay, we need to find long tail keywords. And how to find long tail keywords? What are even long tail keywords? These are keywords, these are like long sentences that our audience types into ChatGPT or types into Google's, types into any searches they use. And they may even sound a bit weird to us. They're like, that's what they type? Yeah, when we type, we're not completely that grammatically correct all the time. I'm sure you know this. And we may be typing things that, you may not guess. Like you really have to get into your audience's shoes and get into their immediate problems. So the long tail keywords are based into their immediate curiosity, immediate problems. What are they searching? Okay. So, in my case, for example, I will always have like how to get monetized on YouTube fast. I'm sure people are looking. And I mean, I don't even want to say it, but the one of the long tail keywords, you would not believe it, guys, is how to succeed on YouTube without making videos. I kid you not. Like when I saw this, I'm like, I don't want this audience. I do not want the audience to even subscribe, join my community, who thinks that they will succeed on YouTube without making videos. That's definitely not my audience, but it is up there. People are constantly looking for shortcuts. So, what can be our takeaway? To present our videos to present our channel as a shortcut, as a solution that's easier, faster, more fun. You know, how to succeed on YouTube without making videos. What is the equivalent for you? I wouldn't like go to like that extreme, right? But what is something that you could offer fast, you know, easy? These would be the long tail keywords. That's an example of like a long tail keywords. It's like a long sentence. Now, I don't want to put it in my bio, even if that probably would make my channel pop up more, but I don't want to be a search result of somebody who types that into YouTube. So it all depends what you also want. Don't be afraid, don't be scared to repel people. Be very firm who you serve, because this way, you're gonna create a community that is very aligned. Like just this past week, I issued a refund to somebody in the YouTube Income Vault because he had a faceless channel. And when I checked out that faceless channel, I mean, it was basically things that I'm not aware of and I can't help. And I also don't want to branch out into the AI fabricated channels. Okay, so I said this is not a community for you. And it's okay to say I do not work with faceless channels unless this is a faceless channel of a coach with like a B-roll, that just like the B-roll, for example, that you saw at the beginning of me. And if I was gonna do like a voiceover. So those types of a faceless channel, which is not really a faceless, but it's more like a B-roll with voiceover, coach is, talking, that's totally fine. But anything with AI faceless, I mean, I'm just saying, no. And it's okay to, so it's okay to leave the long tail keywords that don't align with your values and with the audience that you want to attract. Totally okay. Okay. So search is natural like walk. When we type, we're always self-editing. I love it, Rhonda. Exactly, right? We're like putting different things, then like we don't have to edit ourselves. If we like night owls, like typing something at midnight, that's not going to be edited. And so these are the long tail keywords that I suggest that you include. Right, exactly. No, we don't want to have that audience. We don't want to have that audience. Let me just grab something. Okay. So I just want to make sure I put the timestamps because I will be grabbing questions from the community, and keep the questions. I see here. Do you have any other programs to do what you do in the beginning? Anika, what do you mean? I'm not quite sure. Just let me know what you mean. Yes, Dave, exactly, right? And we are not limiting ourselves. We are being just focused. I actually just filmed a video about it. It's all about actually, some people may not like it because it's all about not being multi-passionate, not being multi-potentialite, but it's actually about being focused, because that's how we can get indexed and be referred, and that's how YouTube can understand who our audience is. When you are recording before you go live. Oh yes, okay, good question. I go through StreamYard, so I use StreamYard, and StreamYard goes like does through I mean just broadcasts on YouTube. That's why I'm able to like highlight your comments, etc. Okay. No, exactly. So that's StreamYard. I like StreamYard. StreamYard, saves my lives as well. And I'm just used to StreamYard. Yeah. So I can also have guests. We had a guest last week. It was really easy. It looks nice. You can also have like those intros at the beginning with a counter. So these little things are really good. Okay, So let me know if you have any other questions. If not, I'm going to go ahead and take maybe like a case study or so from our community here. Okay, I'm seeing here, how much weight, from Karen, how much weight do you place on the YouTube video description, keywords, and hashtags? Okay, this is a great question. There are different schools of thoughts about it. So let me just talk about things by the order of importance. The most important is our video itself. YouTube right now is so good at crawling our video and crawling everything. It is even crawling our background. It is crawling our what we are saying, right? Everything gets like crawled, meaning like by AI. So that is the most important. One of the most important things is to start with exactly what your video is about. So in your case, Karen, I would be like, one of the videos like Akashic records. Are you wondering what it is, for example? Or like when people are searching what are Akashic records, right? I would start your video with, what are Akashic records really? Have you been wondering that? That first sentence is way more important than any video description, keywords, hashtag, etc. Because you're automatically letting YouTube know what your video is about. And especially if you grab one of the long tail keywords and put right up front. Same thing with the title. Put the most important word in your title right away up front. So, Akashic records, unknown, something like it all depends what your title is about, right? But try to put the most important words in your at the beginning of the title. Okay. So, all right, keep those questions coming. I'll be right back. Okay. So, awesome. So, first word of the title, super important. And that's like how indexing is happening. That's how we really show to the algorithm, right? Video description, what I always do, I just grab my transcript and say, can you please write an optimized video description for this video? That's it, to ChatGPT. I don't know how much it matters, but ChatGPT writes a very natural sounding video description with keywords, etc. So that's like, it takes me a minute, 2 minutes, because it just says, I have a special project on ChatGPT. That's what I'll also advise you to guys do. Have a project. When you have a project on ChatGPT, it separates from everything and let it be just YouTube. Okay, I can show you how to do it if you want me to in the membership, or maybe even make a video about it. Okay, keywords and hashtags, same thing. It's really not proven, all this. I would do it because it doesn't hurt. I always do it. But then most important is the video itself and how you start, how you hook. And also the most important is how the audience reacts. If you have nothing, no description, and the audience just stays to the end and watches your video and your attention is high, if you have thumbnails that are click worthy, you stop the scroll, your video will do extremely well without a description. So to answer your question, yes, those things matter, but they are like number 6. You have thumbnails, titles, your video, what it's all about, how well you can retain your viewers when YouTube first sends the video, da 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 da. Oh yeah, description. Okay, so okay, awesome. All right, I will do it. Yeah. So this is the thing with the YouTube Income Vault. I'm really focusing on using AI with YouTube, right? So I will show you also, and I'm gonna make a note of it. how I make a project in ChatGPT, and really have it um, devoted to, it's completely separate from all the other topics, right? Because we all have like clients and stuff. I don't want all this to be mixed in. So absolutely. Yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know. But right now I will go to the community and let's look at the channels, and maybe you can guys offer some help as well. So we have 2 submissions for the about page videos. Okay. And alrighty, I'm just gonna share the screen in a minute. Okay. So sharing the screen. Okay, so the first one is Jane. Somebody just signed up. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the community. This is the sound when somebody joins YouTube Income Vault, by the way, and that was Mary. So, okay, Jane. The first thing I asked Jane is, what is the purpose of your channel? What do you want your channel to help you do, right? So, and then she says, goal for this channel is to get them to make something. So long-term business goal, strengthen bonds between men and women. I do this through encouraging the giving of handmade gifts. Goal for this channel is to get them to make something he will love and design. I design men and boys sewing patterns for sewers, and I talk about the process of creativity, color, and connection. Okay, wonderful. All right, so Jane is teaching how to sew clothes for men and how to, bond between, how to create this bond of focusing on handmade items. Very beautiful. So these are her long tail keywords. How to sew a pocket square, handmade gift ideas for men, how to choose fabric colors, best colors for men's shirts, etc. Okay, so let's just look at the YouTube channel now. 1 second. All right. Okay. Share screen. All right, I'm gonna share the screen again. And now, okay, the YouTube channel. So this is Jane, and one of the things that I advise you guys do at the beginning is to have a link that will build your list right in the description of your channel. Right when I look at the channel, I want to see a link, and Jane has it. So Jane has start here, how to sew a pocket square, free tutorial. Okay. So she told me that a lot of people want to know in her business how to sew a pocket square. And so this is her freebie, and that is perfect. The one thing I would do, just tiny bit, I would just have a hand pointing down, right? Pointing down, because this little hand is pointing this way, but I want it to point at the link. That's very, very tiny. Now, when I look at more, this is her description, this is perfect. Okay, I'm Jane, designer of sewing patterns men like to wear. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and she is now letting her audience know what this channel is about. That's perfect, because this is what's going to convince us to subscribe. Okay, how to be creative. Okay, color inspo, how to be creative episode. Okay, you have two, how to be creative and pattern inspo. I wouldn't do like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, because this is not really a course, right? So you could just say, these are the topics I'm going to cover, on the channel, or just make it nicer. And then just have the topics without the weeks. That would be my thing. Another thing I would suggest, this is all good. Maybe I didn't mention that in the video. That's why like this live is also good, because I can always add things. Add your email. And I know people can probably find your email with contact and all this, but I would still add it. Like I have, for example, for business inquiries, anna@annasabina.com. Okay. I also have no thumbnails, no editing emails, please. I got like 3 of them a week now. I used to get them every day. So have a very easy way for people to contact you right there in the about page, because you never know, right? And perfect. The link, the most important link is number 1. That's super important. She also has men's sewing patterns, bi sewing patterns. Okay. The difference between men's sewing patterns and bi sewing patterns, I'm not quite sure, right? So I'd like to know what I cannot buy men's sewing patterns when I go there here. So be a little bit more clear with these 2 links. Okay. You don't have to say buy. You could say what type of sewing patterns they can have there, right? Or combine those links into just one, or write you could say also free and premium if you want, but I wouldn't. I would just combine them into 2. So really great job, really awesome job. And I will just offer maybe one suggestion, general suggestion, besides the about page. I think it's going to be thumbnails, Jane. I would strongly suggest that you focus on thumbnails a bit, right? What I mean is, my intuition tells me that your thumbnails are not really scroll stopping, because I can't see it when I'm on mobile, right? When I squint my eyes, I can't really see what the video is about, and you're not stopping my scroll. The title, How to Give Gifts That Speak Their Love Language, very beautiful. But I would make sure, less text, 2 words minimal, max, larger you. And I love your expression here, like you have something like this, enlarge yourself. And then, for example, I don't know, ask ChatGPT, but like, I don't know, perfect gift may not be a good thing, but, or maybe you want to have like a zoom in on a sewing machine, right? So zoom on things. Try to zoom larger things on thumbnails, okay? I want your thumbnails to be scroll stopping, because I see here you have a beautiful personality. You have a captivating personality, but I have a feeling that you could get way more views if you stop the scroll first. So package your videos, focus on packaging the way you focused on packaging your channel. Now it's time to package your videos. You've done a beautiful first step, great about page, great channel description. Now the next step would be your thumbnails. Okay, guys, this is very important. I know a lot of us want to treat thumbnails as afterthoughts, because we are tired after the video. We are tired. I am tired. I'm tired too. It's like we have the lighting, the everything. Now finally we're done with the video. What? A thumbnail now? And often we're just like, it's an afterthought. But you know, try to do it like a few days before even, and try to have a scroll stopping thumbnail, something that that will stop more people in their scrolling pattern, right? So that you get more views and YouTube will push your videos further. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Now I'm now noticing that I forgot to mention about the call to action in our video. I will definitely mention that in the community. And I was answering Jay's question at 0:35. Okay. So any questions that you guys have based on what you saw with Jane, maybe you have some suggestions for her. I think it's a beautiful niche. It's like sewing for men. Usually, you know, it's an unexpected niche, and it's very much needed because just too many things for women out there as far as sewing. And then what about men? What about gifts for men, right? So it's perfect, beautiful niche. It just has to be, people just need to hear your message, Jane, okay? So great job on optimizing your channel. It's time to optimize your videos too. You can always change your thumbnails from the video. Like I take a video that I'm like really proud of, for example, and I see the CTR is low, and I change the thumbnail. I change the thumbnail and title as well, okay? I just changed the style of my thumbnails too. I used to have thumbnails with this background here that you see. I love this background, but then it just seemed to me that they were too busy, and it didn't really seem to me. I actually saw the numbers. My CTRs were not that high, and I just did a plain background with like large letters and large me, like, and the CTR and my thumbnails became, you know, more scroll stopping. I was able to stop more people scrolling to get attention of more people, and I was getting, you know, that leads to more views and bigger channel growth. It all starts with thumbnails and titles. We'll definitely study it closer in our community, but and on lives as well. And I have a video like easy thumbnails. That's all you need. There's like one thing in Canva that I suggest you use for your thumbnails. One thing. I always try to do like very easy to replicate things, and this is it, right? That one thing in Canva. It's called grab. It's called grab, but you'll see it when I go over it in my video. That's like 5 minutes. It's called easy thumbnails. Okay, so and now this whole optimization and being found by ChatGPT, this is before you even post a video. Okay, let me just get it straight. If you haven't posted a video yet, if you haven't started a channel yet, this is for you. This live is for you. The challenge in our community is for you, because I am not even mentioning about you know, posting videos. All I'm saying is optimize your channel to be found by ChatGPT. And then, you know, just like Anika, she optimized her channel and got a subscriber without a video, because the person was like, oh yeah, I like these topics and I can't wait for her to start. So that's fantastic, right? Like I got 8 subscribers too because my channel was optimized, and I started posting unlisted videos for my program, and people from unlisted video just subscribe to my channel, which is wonderful. I know my thumbnails and titles need work. Karen, we don't know that. Did you check your CTR? Sometimes things that we think should work, need work, maybe they don't. What I like doing is I just like looking at the data. Go to your YouTube studio and look at CTR. If you're not sure quite how to find it, just ask ChatGPT. How do I find click-through rate? How do I find how well my thumbnails are doing in a YouTube studio? I always ask. Like I ask for settings to my camera. I ask for how do I find all the time. But you go to YouTube Studio, you look at CTR, and it should be ideally around 3%, 4%, not 0.5%, guys, or not 1%. I've had thumbnails like this and I decided to remake them. And that's like for different reasons. They're just not scroll stopping, right? And thumbnails and titles go together. So we don't know if it's the title that we should tweak or a thumbnail. So yeah, you don't have to even learn about the data, the whole thing. Just check that one thing that I always recommend that you check in your analytics first. Your CTR. Actually, I can even show you right now with my channel. Let's look at my channel. Let's look at the CTR. Why not? All right. So I'm like roasting your channel. So why wouldn't we roast mine, right? So I'm going to share my screen and I'm gonna show you where to find the CTRs. Okay, share the screen. All right, so when I go to my channel here, I go to videos. Oh, let me just show you first that little call to action. So you see, I have here call to action, and then business inquiries. I have my email here. No thumbnail, no editing emails, please. Yeah, because they grab that email and they pitch me all the time. So I was like, I'm set with everything. All right, so it's nice to put an email here. Okay, now let's look at my CTRs. All right, so first I'm gonna go to my YouTube studio. Okay, manage videos. I'm gonna go to so you go to manage videos, you go to analytics, okay, and you go to content, manage videos, sorry, content, yeah. And you could see that my videos in general in 28 days got 2.5% impressions click-through rate. This is what you have to check, okay? But now I want to check, let's say I want to check how did my latest video do? What is the thumbnail? Was it good or bad? These are all unlisted because this is all for our challenge, right? So I'm going to go here, small channels income, okay? And I'm seeing here 134 views, okay? I'm not going, all I need to do, you go to analytics. Okay, let me just show you again, okay? This is the channel, okay? Your channel, manage videos. You go to manage videos. Then you go to a specific video that you want to check the analytics here, and you click on analytics. So manage video and then click on analytics, right? Now you see like the watch time, views, subscribers, but I want to see reach. 3.5%. This is how well my thumbnail and title are doing. It is okay. It is it's fine. I mean, trust me, this is like a constant work in progress, right? But this is what you check for your thumbnail. Let's look at another one, for example, 3.5. Let's look at this one, okay? Shorts in 2026. This thumbnail. Reach 2.9. That's even worse. So the other one performs better. So that what it basically means, YouTube shows my video to 100 people and 3.5 are clicking. But if YouTube shows my video to 1,000 people, 35 are going to click. Here, 29 are going to click. If your CTR is 1, YouTube will show your video to 1,000 people and 10 will click. So you're losing 20 people right away. But not only you're losing 20 people, but you're signaling to YouTube that your thumbnails are not that scroll stopping. So YouTube will be a little bit more sheepish with your thumbnails and titles. Will not be showing it so well. Okay, so any questions about that? Oh, please share your screen. Am I sharing my screen here? Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. My goodness. Let me see here. Okay, let me see again. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. I am going to go over this. Don't worry. Now you can see, correct? Okay. All right. So sorry about that. Somebody confirms that they can see my screen, please. Same as before, you're saying. Yeah, it's in my channel. Can you see my channel? Yes, right? Let me see here on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, everybody. All right, so let me show you quickly, and you can follow me if you want, or you can just make some notes. All right. I will be sharing analytics page right now. So this is my homepage, and I'm going to go to manage videos, and I'm going to check if I'm showing this to you. No, it's not. Oh my goodness, now I understand. For some reason, I got it now. Thanks, guys. It's only showing me the homepage. Ooh, okay. Let's see now. Yay. Okay. I understand. Okay. So what I did, I clicked on manage videos. Now I'm going to click on analytics here. So I go to the video that I want to see, right? The analytics, and I'm going to click on this here. All right, this little thing. Okay. I'm going to check again. Yay. All right. So now you could see me. You could see my analytics, which is perfect. This is my most recent video. Okay. 2 subscribers. This is what you see in overview. Now, what I want to do, I want to go to reach. So you see reach right now. I went to reach and I'm seeing 3.5%. So what it means is basically 100 people saw my video and 3.5 clicked. What it means, 1,000 people saw my video and 35 people clicked. What it also means is YouTube is registering, all right, 35, you know what? I'll give Anna a bit more impressions. So I'm gonna get another bone from YouTube. I'll give Anna more impressions. If my video was 0.5, 0.5%, that would mean, 5 people clicked on my video out of 1,000. YouTube is like, no, that's it. I mean, fix your thumbnail or else I'm gonna bury your video. So 3.5 is okay. 5 is better, right? 5 is better, and that's thumbnail and title. That's together. Okay. Now, to look at just another video quickly, all you need to do, just going to, all you need to do is go to another video, scroll, click on this, analytics, hover over, go to reach again, and this one is 2.9, even worse. Look at that. All right. So 29 people, you know, was able to stop the scroll. This CTR is okay, but just make sure your CTR is not 1% or 1.5 or 0.5, because that can happen. All right. 5 or 6%, 8%, that's fabulous. That's really good, right? So, and that has to do with titles and thumbnails. Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for telling me, guys. So that's how you check your titles and thumbnails. That's how you optimize your videos. So you optimize your channel, but you optimize your videos too. And that can also be really good for ChatGPT. You are optimizing your channel for ChatGPT with your videos. Your videos can show up as search results in people's searches on ChatGPT. Okay, so use those long tail keywords in your titles, and it will really make a difference. Okay, are there any questions? Exactly, right? The tech. Okay, so now I want to go to another submission, and that is Annie. Okay, Annie, I think I saw you live here, so that's wonderful, because this way I can ask you questions if I have clarifying questions. All right, I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, great job, Annie. Really, really good. You are consistent. You have some of your videos up. This is really wonderful. And now I want to go to your YouTube channel description and just have a look. So let me actually remove that banner. So your free productivity email course, perfect. And when I click on it, I did see the free productivity email course. That's perfect. All right. And we have welcome to the channel. I'm a business performance coach for women who want to work smarter, live calmer, and lead stronger all through the feminine flow. Beautiful. Watch videos on. Subscribe if you're ready to run your business from clarity, confidence, and divine alignment. You are never meant to be alone. Let's rise, build, and thrive together. This is a beautiful message, Annie. I really love it how you optimized it. You let people know who the channel is for. I find the range 30 to 60 a little bit broad, but if it's working for you, that's good. So here we have videos on faith-based productivity and business growth, how to align your feminine cycle with your goals, daily rituals and focus practices that create lasting impact. Love it, love it. So this is a great, well-optimized channel description. Perfect. If I could offer an advice, Annie, I think it's the same thing here. I don't think your audience sees the value of your videos because they are not clicking on the thumbnails. Okay, I just think there's too much going on here. When I squint, I am not quite sure what the video is about. Okay, so you know, I would like you to, try to like evoke maybe like intrigue, right? Or maybe like if you watch the video about thumbnails, easy thumbnails, you will know how to like separate yourself and do a bit of a contrast so that you are more visible, okay? More clearly visible on your thumbnail, because now it's just a little bit, you're like there blending together with the letters, with the text. So you have a lot to offer, great topics, but I have a feeling your thumbnails are not stopping the scroll. Like if this is on the same, try to zoom in on things, zoom in a little bit more on your face, um, remove some text. I would say 2, 3 words on the thumbnails, big ones. Um, and you can even ask ChatGPT for that. And as far as Annie, I have to say, you have such a beautiful advantage of, being over 40 on YouTube. And people, you know, take advantage of the age. And I would do that too. So if you want to create a video, how you did that with your own experience as I don't know how old you are, um, you know, I'm gonna be, somebody would do it like I saw so I saw a video like this is my productivity routine as a 52-year-old woman, you know? Like this is me, this is what I learned in a few videos went viral with this type of title, and I think that would work really well with you. Um, Give me 10 minutes and I'll tell you what I learned in 40 years about productivity, right? So you could do that. Or just like, if you are comfortable, I would highlight your age and your experience and put yourself out there like bigger face, just 2 words, and your channel with that topic can grab a lot of attention because people really need, people over 40 out there for sure. I hope it was helpful. Great job at having your freebie right here. Beautiful. Um, Channel is about page is beautifully optimized. It's good that people know what type of videos to expect. Yeah, just now the next step would be thumbnails. And if you don't have energy for your previous videos, just from the next video on, make sure that a thumbnail is, you see, even this one, it's all about accountability. This sounds a bit vague as far as the title, but I like that thumbnail more because you're just like large, and then I would make the text even like larger, right? Let me know if you have any questions about this, but okay. So any questions from you guys live here? But great job. Like it's really good that you're posting. Uh, okay. Yeah. Projects brilliant. I just made several. Yes, yes. Rhonda, if you make projects, you are separating them from your other ChatGPT stuff. So it's nice to do that. Okay. Once you have a thumbnail template, it's easy to go back and after in a few seconds with Canva. You know what? This is a good idea, Rhonda. I will add thumbnail templates for you guys that I recommend. I have them. Um, it's worth testing now that you know how to try, manage videos, go to your videos and check analytics and check that impressions CTR. That's it. Um, it's really worth it to see what's working on your channel. Absolutely, Annie. You are doing so great. If you're brave enough to highlight your age and to talk about your experience, non-scripted, just tell us. I want to know because you are, some years ahead of me. Like I would like to know what is ahead of me, for example. So what should I be looking for? You know, give me some lessons like, hey, watch out, don't do this, don't do this. Because I could give lessons to a 30-year-old. Like, oh my God, I have so much to tell. Like, if I was, back in my 30s, this is what I would do, you know? Um, yeah, so, oh, yeah. One of the lessons, that would be stop obsessing over having kids, having family. I have to do that. Let go and focus on enjoying life. Life is beautiful with family, without family, how you make it. That's the biggest lesson I would give a 30-year-old, because I remember I was like obsessing over outcomes and all that. It's like life was gorgeous, right? So, like, what are some of the productivity, like maybe tips from your own experience, maybe your mistakes that you made that you could share? Because you have so much wisdom. Annie, I am rooting for you and I can't wait to see that video. Okay, sounds good. Thumbnail templates are coming. We are probably gonna make thumbnails as our theme for a while because I want you guys to have scroll stopping videos because you are posting, your energy is amazing. Now you have your channel optimized. After your channel is optimized, it's time to optimize our videos so that they are scroll stopping because now you're bringing people into the channel, but now they need to click. Okay, and then you worry about how good the video is. Like, packaging is even more important than the video itself. Okay, so any other questions here? I'm going to still check in the community. We did have questions spread out during the days, so I'm going to check if I can find some. Um, Annie, I was answering your questions at like 0:45, I think. Okay, but you are here. Okay, so yeah, Carrie Ann had a question: is the challenge going to be put in the classroom? Do you feel behind? You saw a person just joined our community here. You don't have to feel behind because that challenge, set up and optimize your YouTube channel for ChatGPT, is in the classroom. So you can go day 1, day 2, day 5 at your liking. It's just right there for you to follow, and you could still participate and comment and share. Okay. Um, so I see you said to use business profile for YouTube. I only have a personal YouTube account, so I guess I should set up a new one. I have never used it for my own channel or anything, just to subscribe to other people's channels. Okay. If you have a YouTube channel and you just use it to subscribe to other people, that can be already your channel. Okay, you don't have to, this is very important, guys. You don't have to create a brand new channel because you're starting to post videos. Your channel can already exist for, 6 months, years, and then you can start posting. If it's like 10 years old and you have no videos, I mean, maybe you just want to have a fresh start. Okay, but if it's just like a few months old and no videos and you're getting ready, that's actually better because sometimes YouTube can think that it's like a bot account, spam account, until we comment with it, until we kind of interact and show YouTube that we are human. So it's often better to set up a channel, wait a bit before you post another video. So if you think that it will take you a few weeks to post a video, set up your channel now, optimize it now. Anika got a subscriber and she said she doesn't even have a video just because people saw what the channel is going to be about and it's like, okay, that's great. And it can actually motivate you to start your channel, because if you see that people are waiting for your videos, that's great, right? It's like, okay, um yeah, I'd better hurry up. Okay. Oh, beautiful. My CTR is all over the place from um, 2.8 to 11.1. Okay, so this is another thing about CTR, and we're going to have a special session about this, trust me. But at the beginning, when you post a video, and if you just send it to your list, your CTR will be very high because that's your warm audience. Okay, so try to look at videos that are a few weeks old, few months old, so that CTR will be more accurate. The video that you share with your audience may not be that accurate. CTR will be extremely high. Okay, you have 33 video posted, Karen. That's wonderful. That's awesome. If you know, if you have any questions about the CTR, again, we're going to be focusing on thumbnails. That's a special thing in YouTube Income Vault. I'm going to have a live about it. So yeah, that's super important. That's actually a really good next step after you optimize your channel. Okay, it's time to optimize your videos too. Okay. So this is a good question. Okay, let me see if there are other ones. Okay. A lot of wins. You are sharing your wins. Okay, Anika, that's another thing. If you are sharing a link to a Google Doc instead of a freebie sign up page, I have a recommendation for you. So let's say you don't know how to create a landing page yet, but you have your freebie in a Google Doc and you know how to share a link to the Google Doc. Okay. I always recommend to create, by the way, to create your freebies in a Google Doc. It's shareable. You can always add to it, change it. It's amazing. So create your freebie in a Google Doc. But if you don't know what to do with it, and all you can do is share your Google Doc link, that means you're not gonna get an email sign up, unfortunately. Put your information in the Google Doc. Start with the introduction of yourself, your picture. Let people know whose freebie it is. Don't just make it, hang in the air and it's like, okay, well, that's a nice topic. That's a nice freebie. Just kind of have it as like the whole packaging for yourself and your business. Okay, so introduce yourself, say who you are, how people can contact you. Maybe you want to have a call to action with your email address. So include more things in a Google Doc than you normally would. But also, if you have a freebie with a landing page, also include things in the Google Doc. Don't count that people know how to find you and they remember whose that freebie is. We download freebies and we don't remember whose it is. So include the more information you include about yourself, even maybe with links to book your session or anything, the better it is. All right. Yeah. MailerLite lets you grow your list to 500 for free. That's fantastic. You can definitely start with MailerLite, and it definitely helps you with making that landing page, which is super important. Because this is the thing, guys. Our session today, as a reminder, how to get discovered on YouTube plus ChatGPT, even if you haven't posted yet. All right. So that's the reminder of the session. But when your channel gets discovered, what happens next? What do you want people to do? And go back to your why and your goal for your overall YouTube channel. Why are you on YouTube? What are you growing? Okay? So when people discover you, wow, that's great. I got discovered by ChatGPT, and they look at the channel, what do you want them to do? Yes, you want them to watch your videos, of course. But ideally, you also want to grow your list. You want them off the platform as well. You want them to watch your videos and sign up to your email list. Okay, so whether you want them to join your newsletter, just call it something better than newsletter, or download your freebie, or like Annie has a 5-day productivity course. Fantastic, right? So Annie is well optimized right now. When she gets like a video that pops, she's great. She has her freebie, she's adding people to her email list, She's posting consistently. She has a lot of videos for people to binge watch when she gets, you know, uh, this viral, when she goes viral, when she goes viral. And so what about your channel? What is there for people to grab? What can they sign up for? That is super important. This is why, guys, when we are at 135 members in the community, I'm at fewer than 1,000 subscribers, but it's because I optimize my channel. That is why I'm able to have successful launches, because every single subscriber, every single video is optimized. Like, I make more use, not use, I make better, I do, you know, I'm getting better results as far as conversions and monetizing my channel at 1,000 subscribers than somebody with 20,000 subscribers. I know, because she booked a session with me before, when I was offering sessions. She said, Anna, I'm not monetizing my channel. I'm at 20,000 subscribers, because her channel is not optimized. First of all, people can't find it. She has no freebie. She has no future offers, etc. Right? If this interests you, do subscribe to this channel, because this is exactly what I cover on this channel. Right? I talk about optimizing your videos, optimizing your channel, and I go back to, why are you on YouTube? Like, I know some of you will say, well, I want to share, I want to change people's lives, I want to inspire, I'm a giver, love it. Trust me when I say this, you are going to be questioning YouTube if you are not monetizing as well. I'm saying monetizing as well because why not both? You could do all the beautiful things you said, but you should be monetizing. It's just too much work to do it for free, guys. Too much. She got to 20,000 subscribers. It took her 2 years, I think, 2.5 years. And like, that's when questioning happens. That's when channel abandonment happens. That's when breaks happen. That's when, like, I have to stop posting on YouTube because you're not making money from YouTube. You're not monetizing, and your audience is ready. Trust me, I know that your audience is ready because my audience was ready. A few emails that I got was like, Anna, I was waiting for somebody to, I was waiting for a coach to create a community like this. Great timing. Like, oh, finally. I was like, literally 3 messages like this telling me that I'm actually late. So, I'm actually late. So this is definitely, important for you to have that next step. And so the next step would be to have, just like Annie had, just like Jane had, just like I had, that link in the first line of our about page. Okay, and what is this link for? What am I gonna get? Sell me that click. Ooh, I'm gonna learn how to sew a square pocket. Well, that's great. That's exactly what I want. That's like, seems like a good first step, right? Annie is offering me like productivity tips. Um, she could even make it juicier based on my this many years experience, or we could work on an angle for you, Annie, for that beautiful freebie, because you've created this. You're not just productivity coach. You are a woman with years of experience. Okay? Show I want you to show more of what you have to offer, from those juicy angles, because if you're just like productivity coach, you're going to be competing with like Ali Abdal. I don't know if you've heard about him. Is this guy who I think he's now based in Hong Kong. He's like 31 and he has like 1,000 videos on his channel. That's a completely different market, right? So it's important to differentiate ourselves and think. So how do you actually, and we're gonna, let me know if you guys have any questions about it, but um getting discovered on YouTube, make sure that you have that link to let people know about the next step. And how can you choose what that link should be? Because that's literally our most important real estate, right? You choose by, and that's very important, by, I'm going to write it down because I need to talk about it in the membership. You choose by studying your audience's immediate problems. All right. So choose by studying your audience's immediate problems. Do you know problems or curiosities? Do you know what they like? What's the first thing they look? Tell me in comments, those of you who are watching live. Your audience, do you know what they type? What's the first problem that they have? What are they trying to solve? What are they trying to learn? What are they trying to find to get inspired? What do they keep typing? What do they keep typing? Let me know. I'm not seeing any comments here. I can tell you my audience is typing how to monetize YouTube. Okay. How to grow fast, right? But this is a broader audience, right? I'm also tightening up a bit, and I'm really focusing on business owners and coaches. So anybody who's like, how to get more views, how to get 1,000 subscribers in a week, even if they tap that, I'm not gonna take it. So searches that align with your values. What are like those first things? Like one of my things would be how to start a YouTube channel for your business. How to start your YouTube channel as a coach. So you see, I'm narrowing it a little bit so that I repel people with faceless channels, right? So if you have like a generic program, how to be productive, for in Annie's case, how to be productive over 50, how to be productive, so put something juicy there, that's something that where I will see myself in. All right. All right. So empath setting boundaries. Okay. I love it. I love it. I would, Rhonda, I would go, I would go for something that they type, because do they type how to set boundaries? Or do they type how to not be scared to say no to people? How to say no when you feel cornered or something, right? Like I'm not that audience, so I would have a very hard time to guess. But Rhonda, one of your ChatGPT prompts could be, I target empaths setting boundaries. And I like, that's what I'm very casual when I talk to ChatGPT. So I would say, I'm targeting empaths setting boundaries. What are some of the problems that they type into, Google, into searches? What are, at midnight, when they wake up and they can't go to sleep, and like, what are they curious about? Can you give me some examples using their exact words? Okay. So, okay. So actually, let's do a little bit of a, um, maybe we can do empath setting boundaries. Maybe we could do the thing with ChatGPT here. Let me see if it's not gonna be. So I made a project here. Actually, I can even show you. So, all right. Okay, share screen. I'm gonna share screen with my ChatGPT. Tons of things open. How to, okay. So this is the Vault members. So I have you guys as Vault members. Let me see if I can, yeah. Okay. So if I go to ChatGPT and so you see, I have Vault members. So I have you guys as a project because I don't want this to mess up my memory. Like, I don't want Rhonda's empath not being able to set boundaries, like mess with my things. I just have too many members, too many clients, and too many of my personal projects, right? So Rhonda, I don't know how you use, but like you see, here is the project, Vault members. And I'm going to actually ask, and I always use voice. So what I do, this is what I do here. One of my lovely members, Rhonda, targets empaths who have a very hard time setting boundaries. Can you please suggest 5 long tail keywords for Rhonda? And I want these keywords to be based on the things that her clients, her members are typing in searches, something that they're curious about, that it's bothering them. I want these long tail keywords to be based on their problems, using words that they use. Okay, so now I'm going to find what it needs, and I'm glad you could see my screen. I triple checked right now. So perfect. Okay. Why do I feel guilty saying no as an empath? Beautiful. How to stop absorbing other people's emotions. How to set boundaries without feeling selfish. Why do I attract narcissists and energy vampires? How to protect my energy as a highly sensitive empath. Okay. So search intent, they want practical tools, not just mindset talk. They're noticing painful patterns in relationships. They're exhausted from taking on everyone's energy. So, a very catchy video would be exhausted taking on everyone's energy, question mark, right? Call them out by using their words. Or feeling guilty saying no as an empath. So I'm not using setting boundaries because they are using saying no. We have to listen to our audience, guys. They are not typing how to set boundaries. They are typing how to say no. So that's what the long tail keywords are. And that's how we can be more relatable in our videos. So does anybody else want to give me their specialty, and we can find the long tail keywords, and we can find what your audience is really typing? Let me know in comments, and I can definitely do that. Lots of tabs. Lots of tabs. Typing. What are the Akashic records? Exactly. How to heal sacred wounds. What is my life's sole purpose? Okay, this is what they're typing. Yes, so you already know what they're typing. And Karen, I would start your videos exactly this. What are the Akashic records? You may be wondering. That first sentence can be very powerful in indexing you for that juicy long tail keyword, because that's probably very competitive, right? But if you put it, also I would put it in your channel description. Here's the question that you can, here's the questions that I answer on my channel. What are the Akashic records? How to heal sacred wounds? What is my life's sole purpose? So you see, this is sneaky, guys. This is what you could do as well. In your about page, in your channel description, you can actually grab what people are typing and grab those questions for yourself and say, these are the questions I answer on my channel. Boom. Audience question, audience question, audience question. ChatGPT will tell you. So, like, for example, for Rhonda, and I'm not saying for Rhonda to do it, right? But like, these are the questions I ask on my channel. Why do I feel guilty saying no as an empath? How to stop absorbing other people's emotions. And you can just list those questions. And if somebody types that into ChatGPT, your channel can show up as a result of their searches. All right. So was it helpful, guys? What do you think about all this optimization? Okay. Audience are business owners, but this should still help. Okay. So what we could do is, thank you. How could you adjust these to business owners? All right. So what are business owners typing? And I want to say again, what are business owners typing? Business, business owners who have, okay, how to set client boundaries, um, how to set client boundaries without losing business. Why do I attract demanding or draining clients? How to protect my energy as a coach. How to stop overgiving in my business. How to make business decisions without overthinking or absorbing everyone's opinions, right? Okay, so these are the things that they are typing. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. All right. So does anybody have questions about, being indexed, being found on ChatGPT, optimizing your channel and optimizing your videos? If we, let me know, guys, but if we confuse the algorithm, um, if we confuse the algorithm, it will take us longer to grow. The algorithm needs as many signals as possible to index our channel and our videos properly. So the more clear the signal, the better it is. Okay, so we need to keep repeating the same things in our channel, so that the ChatGPT will keep getting the same message. Be a broken record and have this in your blog, Rhonda, on your channel. Make a video about it. Have it in the description. Like, commit to 3 to 5 phrases and just keep repeating them. That would really help your channel. And, write them down, because you may forget, like, what are the long tail keywords that you want to commit to. Write them down and keep repeating them. Okay. So this has been awesome. I'm not seeing any other questions. Thank you guys so much. I hope it gave you more clarity about how to get discovered on YouTube on ChatGPT. This is definitely happening right now, that our clients are searching for us on ChatGPT. This is definitely happening, that ChatGPT is recommending businesses, people, also products. So make sure your YouTube channel description is optimized. Make sure you optimize your videos as well. Start with your thumbnails, with your CTRs and titles. And this is exactly what we're going to cover next in our membership YouTube Income Vault. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.